In a world increasingly characterized by diversity, the intersection of religion and politics has become a focal point of debate and contention, particularly in secular societies where the separation of church and state is foundational. As nations grapple with the complexities of modern governance, the influence of religious beliefs on political decisions and policies often reveals deep divisions among citizens. Consider a nation where a significant portion of the population adheres to a particular faith. These beliefs shape not only personal values, but also collective views on pressing social issues: abortion, marriage equality, education, and healthcare. For many, these issues are not merely political. They are moral imperatives grounded in their religious convictions. This creates a landscape where political debates are infused with religious rhetoric, and policies are often seen as reflections of a community's spiritual beliefs. However, the challenge arises in secular contexts, where governance aims to be neutral and inclusive. In these societies, the imposition of religious beliefs on public policy can lead to feelings of alienation among those who do not share those beliefs. For instance, debates surrounding abortion law reveal stark contrasts. While some argue for the sanctity of life based on their religious views, others advocate for bodily autonomy and individual rights, leading to a polarized discourse. Education is another arena where the religious-political divide is palpable. The push to include religious teachings in public school curricula, particularly around topics like evolution and sex education, often ignites fierce opposition from secular advocates who argue for science-based education. This clash raises fundamental questions about the role of faith in shaping young minds and the responsibilities of the state in providing a balanced education. Moreover, the topic of same-sex marriage exemplifies the tensions at play. In many societies, religious institutions have long opposed the recognition of same-sex unions, framing their stance as a defense of traditional values. Conversely, advocates for LGBTQ+ rights argue for equality and the separation of religious doctrine from civil rights, leading to a contentious political battlefield. As immigration policies also come under scrutiny, religious beliefs can both galvanize support for and against policies affecting refugees and migrants, particularly from predominantly Muslim countries. On one side, faith-based organizations often champion the cause of the vulnerable, advocating for compassion and humanitarian aid. On the other, some political factions exploit religious fears to justify exclusionary policies, creating a divisive atmosphere. Ultimately, the interplay between religion and politics in secular societies is a complex and often contentious one. It challenges the very foundations of democracy, where diverse beliefs must coexist. Navigating this landscape requires not only understanding and tolerance, but also a commitment to fostering dialogue that respects individual rights while recognizing the profound impact of faith on community values. As societies continue to evolve, the quest for balance between religious influence and secular governance remains a vital and ongoing conversation. In an era marked by increasing diversity, the intersection of religion and politics emerges as a profound focal point of discussion and controversy. Secular societies built on the principle of church-state separation grapple with how religious beliefs can influence political agendas and decisions. This interplay raises questions about the common good and the challenges of managing a populace with varying faiths and ideologies. Imagine a nation where a considerable segment of its citizens adheres to a specific faith. Their beliefs shape not just their personal lives, but also color collective opinions on crucial societal matters, such as abortion, marriage equality, education, and healthcare. For those with strong religious convictions, these issues transcend mere political debate. They are moral landscapes that reflect their spiritual understandings. Consequently, political conversations often become imbued with religious overtones, making policies mirrors of a community's core values and beliefs. Yet conflicts arise in secular contexts, where governance strives for neutrality and inclusivity. The imposition of religious tenets in public policy can alienate those who hold differing beliefs. Take, for example, the heated discussions surrounding abortion laws. One faction champions the sanctity of life derived from their religious teachings, while another advocates for personal freedom and bodily autonomy. This stark contrast fuels a fraught discourse that delineates community members into polarized camps. The educational sphere exemplifies these tensions vividly. Efforts to integrate religious teachings in public school curricula, particularly concerning evolution and sex education, ignite passionate debates. Secular advocates argue vehemently for science-based education, contending that the state has a duty to provide an impartial and factual foundation for young learners. This confrontation raises profound inquiries about faith's role in shaping education and the boundaries of religious influence in state-funded institutions. Issues surrounding same-sex marriage further highlight the churning waters at this intersection. Many religious organizations have staunchly opposed the acknowledgement of same-sex unions, framing their objections as preserves of traditional values. Conversely, proponents for LGBTQ+ rights fervently argue for equality, advocating the necessity to separate civil rights from religious dogma, thus creating a combustible political arena. Amid ongoing debates on immigration, religious beliefs shape attitudes toward refugees, notably those from predominantly Muslim countries. Faith-based entities often extend compassion, supporting vulnerable populations, while some factions manipulate religious sentiments to justify exclusionary policies, leading to societal divides. In conclusion, the dynamic relationship between religion and politics in secular settings continues to pose critical challenges, reflecting the delicate act of balancing diverse beliefs within a democratic framework.